interesting drive down from Charlotte to Orlando, Florida, where I am here today, Monday of race week for the 12 Hours of Sebring. I'm going to try and bring you along for this weekend using this new DJI Nano. Throw it on the hat and hopefully it'll help me capture some things while roaming around the paddock. But it's Monday, so there's plenty more to do. Peter Mackay, one of our IMSA radio colleagues, was meant to get in last night, but weather meant he slept on the floor in JFK. Let's go pick him up. Let's go play some golf. Hello! We made it! Doing okay?
Yeah. How are you, big man?
Oh, I'm good.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Good to finally see you.
I did feel like Tom Hanks in Airport. I was just like, am I ever going to leave here?
Good morning. Can I help you?
Hi. I'm here to pick up a media parking pass.
Okay.
Good to see you. How you doing?
I do need your ID, please, sir. And I need my glasses.
A little bit. Not too much.
Who would you be under?
IMSA. Yeah. The gap between Daytona and Sebring is long.
Who's ever heard of IMSA?
And from here it just gets busy.
Yeah, no, seriously, it takes a lot for me.
Oh, and I've just gone the wrong way, haven't I? Have I? Sorry, I've got myself a bit lost. Where am I meant to park with the hospitality? Is that on that side or on this side?
Hospitality.
Can I park in over the bridge? Perfect, thank you so much. Well, welcome to Sebring. I figured out where to go. Oh, always cool to drive into the track and, in this case, literally over Sunset Bend. What a couple of days of attempted golf at Bay Hill, some actual golf the next day at Golden Bear Club, really cool. And then a Magic game last night. I did a terrible job of vlogging it. But last night we stayed in Kissimmee, which was about 90 minutes away. It's 8:25 in the morning. I've got Mustang Challenge practice in about 30 minutes time. John Hindorf is somewhere up there in that tower area. So let's go find him.
There's nothing called I've got Mustang Challenge practice at about 30 minutes.
Welcome to a sunny Sebring International Raceway. The IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge rolls out onto track for the second time this year. It's been a while since these drivers and teams got to go racing at the World Centre of Racing in January. But after what was a safety car free race 12 months ago, can we repeat the same this year? Arjuna Kankipati alongside of Peter Mackay as we get set for 60 minutes of on-track running.
Michelin Pilot Challenge is one of the most exciting sports car series in the world. I firmly believe that, and we always get excited what to do. So that closes us off then for a Michelin Pilot Challenge. But the day not far from finished here today at Sebring.
Still a lot of action to come, but a bit of a break as we get ready for lunch. Mustang Challenge action coming up after that. How are you doing? Good. All fine in that first practice?
Yeah, just track's a little different than what we tested. So
A lot cooler.
well, yeah, cooler and no rubber. So
Well, we made it to our Airbnb and let's go for a tour. There's a couple of treats in this place actually. So to start with, everyone's favorite, Wii Sports. We've got lots of Wii things in there. Plenty of place for us to sit down and update our notes. Not eat here because we'll be at the track. Kitchen area. Pretty nice view. of the outside. And then bedroom. What more is there to say? A glorious sunrise here at the Sebring International Raceway. Got in just before the sunrise, had a quick breakfast with the team, chatted about the weekend and a couple of things, and now getting ready for the busiest day of the week. We start with Pilot Challenge Practice 2, then we have the first of our WeatherTech practices, 90-minute session, Mustang Challenge Race 1, WeatherTech Practice 2, qualifying for Pilot Challenge, then dinner, and then we finish off with night practice. So 3 90-minute sessions for WeatherTech today. Should be a good one. I'm here at the BSI truck ready to get the pit pack thrown on and head out for the first session of a long day. So a bit of a stressful morning. A couple of radio issues. Does tend to happen. Equipment's never perfect. It was hard to hear the commentators in the booth and then actually respond to what they wanted me to do. Then my microphone stopped working at one point, so we had to switch a cable. You know, the good old turn it off and turn it back on again. But now, got 2 of those practice sessions in the books. I'm gonna go back up and meet up with the team, grab some lunch, and then get ready for Mustang Challenge. Jump back into the booth for a bit before we return down to the pit lane, where I'm gonna have to take this jacket off because it is starting to warm up very nicely after a rather frigid start to our weekend.
Partner for this championship, and while the peak grip of this tire, from what I've been told, is not super different from what we've seen in the past, the peak is sustained longer. So if you're not seeing, for instance, front tire wear, then the deeper into the race you go, the closer you'll still be able to follow the car in front, and we might be able to see some sustained battles over the course of 40 minutes in a way that might not have been the case in previous years.
This is what it's all about. 3 drivers, all very close, and Callum Hedge cannot be written off here either. 2.5 seconds off the lead, sitting in 4th and not far behind this fight for the podium. 26 minutes left on the clock here at Sebring. It's round 1 of the Porsche Carrera Cup North America for 2026.
High expectations for the race here on Saturday, but right now all eyes on this battle for the lead as Maxon takes the lunge to the inside. Thomas gives him just enough room to coexist at the apex. This time Maxon is to the inside. He'll have the preferred line if he can stay there.
Maxon did have that inside line and Thomas lets him go. Thomas has to yield, maybe more accurately, and then a more defensive line coming through turn 5 for Tyler Maxon.
So a busy day. It's 9:20 and you can hear, I think, our comms team still going. They're wrapping up as I make my way back to join them and head back for a good night of sleep. The good news, tomorrow's pretty quiet. We have the second Mustang Challenge race. That will be my first thing in the morning. WeatherTech qualifying right after that. And then last but not least, the Alan J Automotive Network 120, the second round of the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge. We'll see what we're gonna do now. Last night, Peter, Ryan and myself played Wii Sports, the classic. Played some golf. Ryan beat both Peter and myself quite handily. And then we played bowling, which I won. So that made me feel a little bit better about my abject golf performance on the Sim Wii Sports. But a chance to go back, wrap up some notes, final storylines, get set for tomorrow.
So let us know this morning. We faxed out some of that audio stuff. It should be loud.
Okay. That won't be okay. Yeah. When I put the fire suit on as well, we'll be good. So I don't want to resize it now and then in an hour we do it again. Arjuna on pit lane. Check 1, 2. Loud and clear. Sounds awesome.
Arjuna, I think the TV have finished with Paul Sitter for the 74th running of the Mobil 112 Hours of Sebring, so we'll get a word with Jack Aitken. So Aitken and Hawksworth, couple of Jacks on pole position.
That makes 5 pole positions in the last 6 Sebring 12 hours for Cadillac and 4 for Action Express. 5 for Action Express, rather. Jack Aitken flying out there. You were fast at Daytona as well in qualifying and had to fight back to get to second. How much does this mean for the team to start up front for the Sebring 12 hours?
It's one of the funnest sessions of the year. I think, you know, I love this track, we love this track. It's usually been pretty...
2/10 quicker in a 9.5 second sector is...
That's pretty good even by our standards.
Exactly, it's pretty good. What does this mean for tomorrow then? How's the race car going to be performing?
If we could just have loops of Sector 1, that would be great. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to do that. It's performing well, but we know that we're usually relatively stronger in quali than the race. So, like I say, we're still going to be working hard tonight. It's going to be an attritional race like it always is. So keep our nose clean, stay near the front and see what we can do.
Congrats, best of luck for tomorrow.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I didn't realize how busy today was going to be, or at least congested. Mustang Challenge rolled straight into WeatherTech qualifying, and I've had about 20 minutes to grab some lunch and to get the race suit on. Getting ready for Countdown to Green for the Michelin Pilot Challenge race. Hey, good. Wanted to check in with strategy. Fuel mileage, how simple is it?
Almost impossible if we don't think about it.
Yeah. That's a great, oh, love it.
You know,
so what mistake did you make?
fucking blue turn 15, dude. Coming there too hard on the brakes, just going a little too deep. And I was green like 2.5, 3 times. I blew it, I was so pissed off.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't like a crazy, terrible mistake. It was just like, I was like P5 to P3. I didn't have P2 or P1. But.
Okay.
What's that?
Trying to do some on my own stuff.
Hello.
Wait, let me stand back. There you go. Sorry. It's a wide angle. Be careful. Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh, the sun has come out, John, here as we get ready for the first of our 2-hour sprint races in the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge. Very different conditions to what we've been seeing through practice and qualifying. And so let's catch up with in the Pilot Challenge GS class, Vern Choksey in the Rafa Racing Toyota. These are very different conditions. How you practice, how you qualified, how do you think the car is going to go? In terms of tyres, I think you're starting on scrub tyres. Is that going to make it easier to fire off at the start?
It does. I think most of the grid's going to be, so it won't be advantage or disadvantage. It's just, can we manage it through the stint? And as long as we can do that, we'll be in an okay shape.
Good luck. Let's go down to the other side of the grid where Ryan Marine standing by with a TCR pole sitter.
Oh, the transition was crisp. The transition was crisp.
Thank you. Good luck today, guys. We weren't sure if the warmer conditions may suit the BMW M4 GT4, but Luca Mars has qualified the Turner Motorsports machine inside of the top 5. But Luca, I know you were slightly frustrated. You think you made a mistake in qualifying that robbed you of a couple of spots. It wasn't an easy Daytona for the Ford Koch Motorsports crew, but Ford Koch back in this Toyota Supra for the first time in 6 weeks. You missed free practice 1 because you had some school commitments, but how was it to jump into the car for free practice 2?
Yeah, free practice 2 is great. I got to prioritize school. Obviously, I can't fail out because of attendance. That's just not a good way to do it. So free practice 2, there was definitely some things to overcome. Just I haven't driven a car in 6 weeks, so just getting acclimated, which kind of set us on the back foot, which I think we saw a little bit here in qualifying. Definitely had a lot more to go, and the team gave me a great car, and I'm just looking forward to moving my way up. I think there's some cars up here who I can dispatch, so I'm just looking forward to making my way up and doing what we did in Petite and all of last year. So, yeah.
And I know. Congratulations!
Safety first!
Safety first!
On the list.
They ended with 2 victories in 2025 Daytona. Daytona may have been a struggle, but Moise Uretsky's got the smile on his face once again.
Yeah, I mean, credit to the team. I think last year was amazing. This year, Daytona wasn't our best finishing position, but as a team, we just performed really well. And wanted to take that momentum into this race, and qualifying went great. The start of the race was a little tricky, but Cooper got in, did his job as he always does, and again, credit to the team and especially McLaren. I mean, we obviously love working with them, so I think, you know, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's kind of amazing.
Not just race winners, but you're our Michelin moment of the race winners for the calls on strategy to put you in this position. The team is doing a great job, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like all credit goes to the team because especially with this race, with everything going all kinds of weird ways, this is a team sport. Anyone makes a mistake, a strategy is super critical. So yeah, obviously this is our second year with the car with the manufacturer, and yeah, the team is just performing on all cylinders, and you know, we have the results to show for it, so we're very excited.
McLaren wins at Sebring once again. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And in TCR.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to walk that to victory lane? I'll come with you.
Where is?
Oh, you right?
Franco Girolami, it was an interesting Daytona as you made your way stateside for this Michelin Pilot Challenge season, but the pace was there for the Victor Gonzalez 99 and winners now at Sebring.
Yeah, amazing. My first victory here in USA, so in the second race just win with Victor, with all the team. I am so proud for the team. Very nice race. We did amazing race. The pace was great, the car was fantastic. The teamwork, the strategy, everything was 10 points. So nothing to say, just congrats and thanks to all BGR team for trusting me. For me, the first victory here in USA, the first victory here in Sebring is unbelievable.
How different is driving this TCR in a sprint setting versus in the slightly longer races? Is the balance of the car quite different?
Yeah, for sure. The car is totally different. Also, how to manage the tire, how to manage the fuel. It's a lot of things in the mind, but okay, we did it, so this is the most important.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Where is the podium?
It's basically all the way.
One, two, three, let's go.
For the little bits that we overlap in the pits, do you have a side preference?
So you want to do the...
Like by the from the stage, yeah. I think that's what we did last year.
Okay, cool.
Because that way we don't leave an entire area. We don't end up both on one end.
Right.
Well, so then for the beginning, since I'm going to be down this way anyway to talk to the GT guys, you take the pit out half, I'll take the pit in half.
And I guess we can do the same for the end as well,
Okay,
because
good.
then GTP is mostly at that end anyway.
Right.
And then we can figure out the other 3 winners based on how it's going.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Getting ready. It's going to be a busy one.
Categories, 2 of them. Here's Arjuna Kankapati. What you would be looking for here today.
Let's start with GTD Pro, John, where yes, a lot of people will be focused on the debut of the Lamborghini Temerario, a race debut, but it's the venerable Lexus RCF, Jack Hawksworth making his 100th IMSA start in that car that broke his qualifying track record from a couple of years ago and will lead the field to green. Pressure will be put on though by the likes of the Paul Miller Racing BMW that won at Daytona, as well as the Manthey Porsche. Let's go to the prototype stories though. Ryan Marine, talk us through them. John, wandering up the pit lane, just keeping an eye on all the GTP teams. There's a mix. We did know that they would have to double stint Michelin tires, and while some teams are thinking fuel only, I saw some teams with scrubbed Michelin rubber and some with sticker Michelin rubber, and so it's going to be a race off of pit lane for some. However, I do believe they are going to do some repairs on the Porsche Penske Motorsport number 7. I'm stood in front of it as it hits its marks at a slight angle, and very slowly they get to work on rotating the car around and then plugging it up on the air jacks and getting the fuel in. There's also a bit of trouble for the CrowdStrike APR04. I don't think it was able to find its pit stall. It's going to roll through pit lane and have to return. Fortunately though, Porsche Penske, quick assessment of the damage, no bodywork repair, and a thumbs up I've seen go out. It's Cadillac wheeling though, a perfect stop for them, fuel only off and away, very close between Porsche Penske number 6, who has to concede to the Acura Mayashak 93.
That was the LMP2 leader, Misha Goikberg, leaving his pit box. Fuel only for the Brian Herta Autosport PR1 map.
I'm trying to do a vlog. We'll see how it goes.
Right, 10 hours or so done, 2 hours to go, and I am pretty exhausted at this point. My legs are hurting, my back's hurting a little bit as well. Did you hear that? Having fun, tired but fun.
A couple of cars may have stayed out here. I think the 963 of JDC and Louis Delatraz have both stayed out. They want to get the lap back. Arjuna down in the pit lane. They've had to swap those Penske Porsches around coming into the pit lane.
But we've got a split call. The 6 has done. Oh, they're doing all 4 tires. I wasn't sure. The 7, it's a splash of energy, and off Felipe Nasr goes as he tries to become the first driver to win the 36 Hours of Sebring back-to-back in the overall class. Plenty of tires behind those. We wait for the rest of the field to roll. It's the 6, the blue of the Mobil 1 inspired 963 entries that fires off second. Off and away, then wheeling Cadillac, followed closely by one of the big gainers in this sequence, the Mayashak Acura, the number 93. One of the big losers though, John, BMW, Team WRT, the 24 Sheldon von der Linde, low on energy coming into the safety car period. They'll drop down off the podium positions.
Came into the pits.
Porsche Penske Motorsports are victorious here in the Sebring 12 Hours. Lauren Heinrich, Julian Andau join Felipe Nasr as overall 36 Hours of Florida winners. Lauren, you're showing a lot of maturity in this prototype, even with a little experience.
Yeah, I mean, that's the expectation, right? Since I've been called up to this role, into this program, I knew that I'm here to perform. You know, Porsche Penske Motorsport is so successful, and today we had another chance to prove it once again. You know, it's incredible to not only win Daytona, but now also Sebring at my first shot at the overall victory. Same as Daytona, it takes time until it settles in, you know, but the crew has done a perfect job. Also, congrats to the 6 car. You know, a 1-2 result. It's a perfect day for Team Penske and Porsche Motorsport, you know, clinching the overall honors here.
Was it a nervy race at the start and the end? Was the tension quite high?
I mean, the tension was high, you know. Going through the heat of the day is hard, through the double stints. Then I think we all saw the end, you know. It's the fist really came up. So thanks to Felipe for once again executing there at the end. And yeah, I mean, I'm I'm speechless. You know, it's incredible to achieve this at such a young age for me, and hopefully the first of many.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.